and gentlemen,
What's up, Reading Fightin' Phils fans? Thank you so much for joining me on today's game number 5, the Reading Fightin' Phils versus the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. And before we get started, first pitch coming in just 5 minutes. We're going to send it down to the field for the playing of the national anthem.
And now please welcome Cherie Coleman, who will perform our national anthem.
Well, probably the biggest standing ovation for the national anthem that we've seen here at FirstEnergy Stadium. A wonderful voice from the wonderful female singing down on the field, and now we're ready to get underway here at Baseball Town as the Fightins take on the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Right now, the series, Reading 3 wins and Binghamton 1. Reading has won the last 3 in a row, and they'll play today and then tomorrow to wrap out the series. It is going to be another AA debut with Adam Leverett getting the start in today's contest. And he was just called up from Jersey Shore just a few days ago. Actually, I believe it was yesterday. Got the call, and he will get the start today. Has been very, very successful in High A with Jersey Shore. Now he's gotten 4 starts and came in 4 times in relief. He's earned 1 win and has a 0.61 ERA in 29 and a third innings thrown. And he's held batters to just a 134 average, and he averages over a strikeout an inning. So we'll see him in his debut in Baseball Town tonight. And behind him defensively is going to be Steven, Landon, and Bonifacio left to right in the outfield. Madison Stokes will take the hot corner. And, of course, Stott and Brito up the middle. Luke Miller over at first. And a different face behind the plate tonight is Jack Connolly on to catch for Leverett. Yesterday, the Fightins coming off a big 8-5 win after scoring 7-5 after scoring 7 runs in the 7th. It was 8-5 because they did score 1 in the first, and they had a 7th spot in the bottom of the 7th. Pretty impressive there for the Fightins as they were starting to get no hit towards the end of the game, and then they came in clutch after Jorge Bonifacio started off the inning with a home run. But here we are in today's game. Leverett throwing a first pitch magnum, swings at the first one he sees. Bryson Stott on his way to first, and there's a big out number 1 on 1 pitch for Leverett. First pitch coming in at 6:46 here, a beautiful afternoon in Reading, Pennsylvania. Couldn't ask for better weather for this series. Tomorrow's supposed to be hot as well. And we're so grateful that there is no rain here at the series. 84 degrees, a little bit overcast, partly cloudy maybe, but the sun peeking through behind home plate right now. And just slight wind, 10 miles an hour. It's going from right to left, straight out of the ballpark. A called strike there to Nick Meyer. And this is the first time we're seeing Nick after he comes back from Syracuse. Had to go help out in the AAA affiliate. Leverett misses with a pitch downstairs, and it's 1-1. So as I said, he's done 4 in relief and 4 out of the gate. Now, most of those starts coming in later as he's really transitioning into that role as a full-time starter. And he'll get the start here in AA on a packed house on Saturday night here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Leverett deals the 2-1, is fouled back into the netting, and it's 2-2. You can see them setting up fireworks over in left field already for the Mega Blast. They got to start early because it takes a while to set up that Mega Blast, the largest fireworks show in stadium history. And the righty deals the 2-2, just misses inside. A nice frame from Jack Conley, but not able to get the strike call, so the count is full now with an out here in the top of the first. Leverett would love to get through this inning cleanly. And it's a called strike 3. Meyer thought that he had the walk as he went to take off his shin guard, and he's having some choice words with DeBrouwer behind the plate, shaking his head as he walks back into the dugout. His first strikeout for Adam Leverett here in AA, and that'll bring up Carlos Cortez with 2 outs. So as I mentioned, DeBrouwer calling the balls and strikes behind the plate. That's Brian. Edwin Jimenez over at third, and Tanner Moore at first. And the shift is on to Cortez, as it always is. Stokes will remain close to third until there's 2 strikes. And the first one just outside. 92 on the radar gun for Leverett. Now yesterday, even though it was a little bit messy, Andres Zabala recorded the win, so his first time in AA, and he records the win. Struck out the side, although he did allow a 3-run homer. And Brian Marconi picked up his 3rd save of the season. That's a team high. Bonifacio's home run tied Luke Miller's for the highest on the team, 8 on the season. And Leverett deals a big swing and a miss out from Cortez, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everybody but one person in the lineup had a hit in last night's game. And Logan Landon recorded his first homer since being picked out of the American Association. The 1-2 tapped foul by Cortez. Now Cortez did not get the start yesterday. He did get the start yesterday, and he did hit a home run in the 5th. He was the one that broke that tieless game after both teams scored on an error in the first. Then they tacked on another one in the 5th, 3 in the top of the 7th. And that had made it 5-1. And then Reading put up 7 in the bottom of the 7th and took home the lead 8-5 with Marconi closing it out. Cortez takes the ball on the outside, and it's 2-2. And Stott and Stokes now backing up all the way onto the outfield grass edge. Leverett standing tall. Kicks and fires the 2-2, swing and a miss, and he gets strike 3. And Adam Leverett in his first inning of AA baseball takes down the Rumble Ponies. 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom half for some Fightin's offense.
The Reading Fightin-filled birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Debut for Adam Leverett on the mound as he takes down the Rumble Ponies 1-2-3 and picks up 2 strikeouts to his name. It's going to be Oscar De La Cruz who's on the mound to face the Fightins. De La Cruz, a high prospect, number 23 in the Mets organization, and he was originally with the Cubs. Had a tough time there, a couple injuries and an 80-game suspension, and he missed time in 2018 and 2019, but the Mets liked him with his size and he adds some velo, and they're hoping that'll be enough for him as a starter. De La Cruz out of the Dominican Republic is 26 years old. The Mets picked him up as a free agent in 2020. This is his 3rd year in a AA affiliate, and Daniel Brito is going to start it off. De La Cruz's first offering, a called strike. Backing him up in the outfield, Cortez, Mangum, and LaGrange left right in the outfield. Romero over at the hot corner with Rodriguez, Carpio, and Toffee rounding out the infield. As Daniel Brito fouls one back, it's 0-2. And of course, we said Nick Mayer behind the plate tonight. Ortega got the last 2 nights and start back there, but they'll go to Meyer. And a called strike 3 to Daniel Brito. He sees just 3 pitches from De La Cruz, and that is enough. De La Cruz featuring a fastball with mid to low 90s, kind of fluctuating. Usually see him higher on shorter stints, but we'll see right now as he gets the start. Had also some time in AAA this season, and he, like Leverett, has fluctuated back and forth between a starter and a reliever as Bryson Stott fouls one back. Just started 3 games so far, an 0-2 record in Binghamton for 14 1/3 innings. The 0-1 now to Bryson Stott, just low, throws a 77 change and doesn't get Stott to chase. Usually Stott doesn't chase on the outside. He'll chase on the inside, and he'll get his hands tied up if he's going to. Here's the 1-1 now. It's low again. So back in 2016 when he was with the Cubs, he had some forearm soreness that held him up in 2016, a pectoral strain that held him up in 2017. And he'll come home with the 2-1. Stott crushing it, but it's going to go foul. And we'll see if it runs out of room. It lands in the grandstand, and it's 2-2. And with that suspension, it was for a banned diuretic and masking agent. And so he had to miss 80 games there, splitting time between 2018 and 2019. But since then, he's been back. He's been able to right the ship and be pretty successful here with the Mets affiliate as Stott holds off on one inside. The count is full. The changeup is his best secondary pitch. Kind of looks similar to a fastball, but slows down a ton. And Stott fouls it back into the netting behind home plate. 92 there with the fastball. He can throw a curveball, but the problem he's having with the curveball is that he can't figure out the arm slot, and so it's a different slot every time as Stott is walked down to first. They'll start off with a runner here and just one away for Jorge Bonifacio. And that's something that Steve Carlton talked on the air, is that when you change up your arm slot every time you throw the pitch, you're going to have trouble getting it in for a strike every time, because then it looks different every time. And so that's kind of what's going on there for De La Cruz. So he'll usually go to the fastball and change as Bonifacio steps up to the dish. Stott on first, there's one out. Bonifacio was on base all 4 times yesterday. Reached on an error, 2 walks, and had his home run. And he'll take over right field today. De La Cruz looking back at Stott. They're holding him on first. And Bonifacio holds up on a fastball inside. Was only a reliever when De La Cruz was in Syracuse, but struggled a bit there, only got 6 2/3 innings and had a 18.9 ERA as they check on Bryson Stott at first, but nothing across. And he was assigned to the Rumble Ponies on May 20th then. And Bonifacio ices one up the third base line, but it's foul. People at the cattle herder, Greg Edge down there hopping out of the way. And he's adjusting his helmet now before he steps back into the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first. We're scoreless. The righty standing tall on the mound. Instead, he'll go back to first. 6'6", 250. Stands the 26-year-old on the mound. This is his 8th year of professional ball. A lot of experience. And the 1-2 now, Bonifacio near his hands, and he's able to get out of the way. The Fightins yesterday used 4 pitchers, and the Mets affiliate just 3. Getting into the back end of the game, you can use your bullpen a little bit more freely. Bonifacio takes one downstairs, and it's another full count from De La Cruz. Tonight's Fan Zone team leaders are brought to you by North Point Bank, Joanna Arias. We thank Joanna Arias for supporting the Fightin' Phils. Leading in batting average is Bryson Stott with 289, but Daniel Brito leads in hits, 47 on the season. And home runs, as we said before, Bonifacio and Luke Miller with 8. De La Cruz coming home. Bryson Stott going for second, but it doesn't matter as Bonifacio is walked. And that pushes Stott to second anyways. There's 2 on and 1 out now for the cleanup hitter, Madison Stokes, who's been absolutely stellar these past few weeks. And they'll get a mound visit already, which is surprising here. I guess we gotta tell De La Cruz something. Nobody warming up. On the pitching side for leaders, the earned run average, the lowest on the team, goes to Kyle Dowie, as there's a lot of cheering, making a lot of noise here, supporting the Fightin' Phils. Kyle Dowie with a 1.13 ERA. And the highest strikeout count still to Francisco Morales with 42 on the season. As I said before, Brian Marconi with 3 saves. And Austin Ross and Braden Zarbniski tied for 3 wins. So those are tonight's Fan Zone team leaders, brought to you by North Point Bank, Joanna Arias. You can check her out at North Point Bank for all of your refinancing or buying a home needs. So we're down to Madison Stokes at the plate. He chases one inside and fouls it back. 2 on, 1 out as the sun is shining overhead at the park here. Stokes 4 for 16 this series. He's had 2 home runs. and he crushes a ball to left, going back Cortez, and he makes the catch. Nobody able to tag up and move forward, and that'll just be a fly out to left, the second out of this inning for Josh Stevens. Stevens fan zone is still here at the ballpark. Lots of supporters to watch. Love to see that. Lots of families coming out to FirstEnergy Stadium, the best place to watch family member play ball and a professional team. De La Cruz to Steven. It's a called strike. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The Fightins looking to get one across the plate first. Rodriguez trying to cover Bryson Stott on second. And Steven hitting his first home run of the season just a couple days ago. Takes the pitch outside. It's 1-1. Infield back deep now. Sean Williams ready to wave a runner home. De La Cruz looks across the diamond. Now he looks back at Stott. He'll come home, and Steven chases one down low, fools him on the change. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Steven 1 to second. It's fielded by Carpio and on to first, and that will retire the Fightin' Phils in the top of the first inning. They put runners on the base pass, but fail to get them home, and the score is tied at 0 as we head into the top of the second.
Phils season. For the Fightin' Industry Store Stadium for online stores a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Into the top of the second we go. The Fightins had a couple runners on the base pass, but they left them there thanks to 2 walks from Oscar De La Cruz. And it will be Adam Leverett retaking the mound here in the top of the second. Now Leverett, a very successful first inning, just gets out of it on 13 pitches. And he's going to face off with the cleanup hitter, Wagner LaGrange. LaGrange sends one deep to left center field, coming over Steven, and it gets past him as it goes on to the wall. And with a stand-up double is Wagner LaGrange to start off the top of the second. A tough diving play there for Steven. He had a long way to come over, and great backup by Landon to be able to get the ball and toss it back in quickly. So now Will Toffee heads up to the plate. Toffee had a tough night yesterday, struck out 4 times. And his first pitch from Leverett outside. This one he chases, sends it to Daniel Brito, who bobbles it, picks it up, tosses it to first, and it's not in time. And that is an error on Daniel Brito there as he's unable to field the ball. And that shifts LaGrange over to third. Leverett, originally from Macon, Georgia, went to high school out there and then did a couple of years at a JUCO college out there at Gordon State. And that's what he really credits to his success in being able to shine in the professionals. He said he got a lot more playing time than he might have gotten at a different college or university. And so he's really able to work on some things, work out some things, and practice more so than he thinks he would have been able to anywhere else. Carpio sends this one into center field. It drops, and scoring is Wagner LaGrange for the first run as Binghamton leads it 1-0. Will Toffee shifting to third there. And there's runners on the corners here for Leverett with nobody out. Yoel Romero heading up to the dish right now. He's got a big opportunity here for his team. And instead, Leverett goes over to first. Lots of people in the pool today, as there's been this entire week. Perfect pool day, is very warm. And lots of people in other group areas as well, over in our left field picnic area and at our 67 club in the buffet. Romero stepping back in the box, Leverett coming home this time. It's a slow rolling chopper that goes foul, and thank goodness, because Leverett would not have been able to get there in time. No outs now here in the top of the second. Binghamton leading 1-0. Miller holding on. Carpio at first. And Carpio was going. This one sent out to left field. It'll be Josh Stephen coming in. He'll send a bullet home, but it's cut off by Miller as scoring is Toffee. It's 2-0 Binghamton here with finally an out in the top of the second. Luis Carpio not able to move off of first, so the runner will stay at first now for Manny Rodriguez. And Rodriguez was the batter who had that 3-run shot for Binghamton in the top of the seventh yesterday to put them ahead 5-1, although it ended up not being enough. Coming home, Leverett outside. Wind is pushing out hard now. Definitely a benefit to these righty batters. Rodriguez 4 home runs on the season. And instead, Adam going over to first. Jack Connolly behind the plate giving the signs to the rookie Adam Leverett. Connolly has a couple of years of experience behind him. This is not his first time playing at FirstEnergy Stadium. And now he'll take the pitch from Leverett, foul back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lights have come on here at FirstEnergy Stadium with a little bit of overcast in the sky. It's good to have them on just for visibility purposes. And instead, Leverett goes for another pickoff attempt. But really the runner not going very far right now. They've already scored 2 runs. Leverett looks down, the runner going, and a swing and a miss. And on a defensive indifference, well, we're going to call it a stolen base there. Thank you to my official score. And it's a stolen base over at second. And that's not exactly what Leverett was looking for, as he was trying to keep a tabs on Carpio over at first. But it was a strike to Rodriguez at the plate, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Leverett leans over on the first base side of the rubber. Now he'll stand up, legs together, looks back, kicks his left leg, comes home, and it's chopped foul. Dead ball. Runner on second here with 2 outs, top of the second. Leverett trying to get out of this inning. He's coming home with the pitch, a swing and the miss, 92. Some high heat will record out number 2 here.
That's another strikeout.
And now Leverett on to face his pitching opposition, De La Cruz, who hasn't recorded an at-bat, I don't believe, in this season. And with a runner on second and 2 runs already scoring, Leverett trying to wiggle his way out. And De La Cruz sends it up the middle, and Bryson Stott and Daniel Brito have some confusion. It trickles into the outfield, and Stott has trouble picking it up behind second. The run scores. It is 3-0 Binghamton as De La Cruz reaches first safely.
The center fielder number 1, Jake Mango.
And that is an error on Daniel Brito, so it's 2 from him on this inning. And so De La Cruz not get an RBI, but he will push in the run. And now we'll see Brad Bergeson coming out to talk to the pitcher, Adam Leverett. Leverett, one of the younger players in Double-A, just 22 years old. Of course, yesterday we saw Victor Santos, who is 20 years old. And Bergeson going back into the dugout, so we'll try again here with a runner on first. And Jake Mangum, back to the top of the order, is at the plate. First pitch in there for a called strike. ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Kids Club. You can join today at rfills.com and get your free Kids Club t-shirt. And tomorrow, Woody and Buzz from Toy Story will be making a guest appearance at the park. You can have a meet and greet and take photos with them if you're in the ROG Orthodontics Kids Club. So sign up at rfills.com. Mangum takes a second strike, and he's 0-2 right now. So he's trying to get out of this inning without any more damage, coming home, and it's inside Mangum holding off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. De La Cruz, the pitcher, over at first. And Nick Meyer on deck. Mangum slices it foul, but it's going to go into the seats. Nothing Josh Stephen can do about it. And that foul ball is brought to you by Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com today. And Leverett gets a high strike that'll close out the half inning. Records 2 more strikeouts here, but lets up 3 runs, although not all of them are earned. And the Binghamton Rumble Ponies up by 3 as we head into the bottom of the second.
What locally does it mean to Tompkins? Keeping your money with a TI do through big milestones, convenient, where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with FirstEnergy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Bottom of the second inning, the Fightins have a little bit of work to do. They're down by 3, and Oscar De La Cruz heads up to the mound, and he'll face off against Luke Miller, Logan Landon, and Jack Conley.
Now batting for the Fightin Phils, the first baseman, number 2, Luke Miller.
De La Cruz needed just 22 pitches to get out of the first. Now, he walked 2 batters, but he stranded them on the base paths. And Miller now steps into the box, crowds the plate, and he'll take a ball upstairs. Here he comes again. This one, a slow roller off the bat to third base. It's Romero across the diamond, and that's out number 1.
The center fielder, number 38, Logan Landon.
Here's Logan Landon, and as I said earlier, he had that home run yesterday, which was huge for the Fightins. He did pick up his first hit as a pinch hit in the 11th inning on Wednesday night, and now his first offering from De La Cruz is a called strike. When I was talking to him after the game yesterday, he could have not been more elated to help out the team and just, get back here in affiliated ball and be a contributing member. And he said he's really grateful to get this opportunity, and he just wants to make the most of it. And he really did yesterday. He also made a layout, diving play out in center. The Phillies obviously need outfielders, and that was a huge defensive grab for him that saved some runs from scoring. And here comes De La Cruz. It's in the dirt. Working quickly now, De La Cruz sends one low again. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. It's full to Logan Landon. Fightins down by 3 here in the bottom of the second. And Landon sends it the other way, coming over the right fielder. LaGrange, is it playable? It is, and that's out number 2.
The catcher, number 37, Jack Conley.
Now it'll stand on the shoulders of Jack Conley. Had the day off yesterday when got the start on Wednesday. That's when he hit his first home run of the season. Also had a triple and a walk. Very successful day at the plate. And he said he didn't know that one was going to get over the fence when he connected with it, but he knew he got a lot on it and loves playing in FirstEnergy Stadium. Happy to be back here after spending some time with Lehigh Valley, and he'll take a called strike. Count is 1-1. I was also talking to him earlier as he swings in the dirt, 1-2, about everything that's going on with the College World Series right now. And if you haven't been keeping up, there's kind of a bone of contention as Connolly takes one inside. NC State, which is Connolly's alma mater, has been eliminated due to COVID protocols, and so they didn't resign. They were kind of kicked-ish out of the tournament. They were in the Final Four, and on Friday night they only had 13 players due to COVID protocols, and they played through. And on Saturday night they were hoping to get some back, but the NCAA said it's not going to work out, and they sent Vandy on to the championship. Here's the 2-2 now from De La Cruz. Conley holds off on one in the dirt, and the count is full. Lots of full counts out of De La Cruz, and the Fightins won 2 of them as Stan Bonifacio walked. And Conley said he's really bummed for all the players on the team. That's super tough as he fouls one back onto the roof. Obviously, I feel for those players too, especially with what happened last season, no one getting to play, making it all the way to the Final Four, and then not getting to have a chance at making the championship round is very tough. And here's the payoff pitch from De La Cruz outside, and Jack Conley will walk to first. Now the other side of the bracket is UVA versus Mississippi State, and the winner of that then will go on to face Vanderbilt by default. Texas versus Mississippi State. And so whoever wins that will go on to face Vanderbilt in the championship round. So now De La Cruz and Leverett match up here in the pitcher-on-pitcher duel. And the first offering is a ball. Conley on first, 2 outs though. And after Leverett comes back to the top of the order. De La Cruz looks back at the runner. And he'll go home with the 1-0. In for a strike. Leverett said with all of the additions to the team the past few days, because we got a couple guys we got one guy from Brooklyn where Jersey Shore was playing on Tuesday, and then 3 on Wednesday, so he didn't foresee that there was an opportunity for him to be called up because they had just sent all of these guys from Brooklyn. And so he was very surprised to learn yesterday that he was coming up to Double A and that he would be making the start today. Pretty exciting moment there for the rookie. But he is very confident in his stuff and has showcased it so far as only one of the runs across has been earned. And he will send one sky high back into the 67 club. Leverett also shared with me that he has not had bats since he was in high school, he thinks, was the last time he had a actual bat or at-bat recorded. So this is a new situation for him, and he's worked it to a 2-2 count. And coming home, De La Cruz, he chases one upstairs, and that will be out number 3 as Jack Conley stuck on first base. After 2, Binghamton leads 3-0.
spend with the family to a ball Sunday home energy stadium. Sundays are Sundays presented to David or ticket dogs and for only when purchased. Family owned processor Reading. Hot dogs, tea meats, and join us for birthday family fun days home games here at Stadium. This features sponsored season music in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Third we go, Adam Leverett comes out for another inning of work. Took him just 30 pitches to get out of 2. There's 3 runs on the board for Binghamton, but only one of them was earned on Leverett, as the other 2 came unearned with the errors from Daniel Brito. And a little update around the Phillies organization. Unfortunately, the Phillies fell to the Mets as the Mets walked it off in the bottom of the 9th thanks to a sacrifice fly from Michael Conforto. And the Phillies having a tough time dropping a lead as of late. But around the league, the Clearwater Threshers have a 3-0 lead on the Daytona Tortugas. And Jersey Shore down by 2 runs to the Brooklyn Cyclones. And Lehigh Valley tied up at 1 with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. So into the third, Leverett on to face Meyer. And the first pitch outside. Meyer struck out back in the first. And he chases a fastball, 1-1 the count. Fightin still looking for their first hit. They've batted through the order right now, and they've gotten 3 walks out of De La Cruz. But they'll start the bottom half with the top of the order. The 1-1 misses downstairs, 2-1. Very warm here today at FirstEnergy Stadium. Nice weather, no worries here out at the ballpark. And it's inside to Mayer, 3 balls and 1 strike. We get all of our wonderful weather updates from EPAWA Weather Consulting, our source for private and public forecasts, as a called strike comes into Meyer. And once again, he thought he had the walk, a very controversial walk back in the first. And Leverett has him here on a full count. The crowd going wild for the rookie. And he sets up as he gets the pitch from Conley. Here's the payoff pitch. Chopper to Bryson Stott. He fields it on the run. A good play over to first, and he gets the out he's looking for to start things off in the top of the third. And a hard-fought battle there from Leverett to come back after being down in the count and induce a ground ball. He'll face against Carlos Cortez. And chirping back to the umpire, Nick Meyer, to Brian DeBrouwer behind the plate as he jogs back into the dugout. I always want to know what they're saying down there. Cortez takes the first pitch in the dirt that gets by Connolly, but no foul there. So Bat Boy runs over and gets it. You know what's interesting? If you're listening to this at the park, I actually have some inside information with you on the Bat Boys. And I don't know, there's 2 of them. And I don't know how they decide who gets to do it either way. As Cortez chases one up top, he's unhappy with himself, but he gets a piece of it and fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't know how they decide who gets to do it. They go back and forth. But one of the Bat Boys has like a 6-1 record with the team when he's down in the dugout, and the other one has a 2-5, and that includes the no-hitter. Now, I'm not going to tell you who's who. But interesting if you take that into account at all. Cortez sends one high in the sky all the way back in center field, but Landon able to make the catch at the warning track to the cheers of the Fightin fans, and that's a quick 2 outs now for Leverett here for Wagner LaGrange. LaGrange had started things off with a double back in the second that allowed 3 runs to score. And Leverett to LaGrange upstairs. Now LaGrange doesn't really step completely out of the batter's box. He always leaves his right foot in there just a bit. And he chases it down to his knee. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Fightins had a roster move today. They were sitting at 27 players. You can have up to 28 here in AA. And they recalled Andrew Brown from the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, so he's added to the bullpen for night. We might see him. Saw him on opening day. A chopper to Daniel Brito. This time he fields it cleanly, and it's 3 up, 3 down for Leverett in the third. And that'll send the Fightins to bat. They're down by 3 runs, but they're leading off at the top of the order.
There's no one than Jay Sun. Failure must to provide quality hustle and for your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Bottom of the third inning here as the Fightins look to start to cut into the lead of the Rumble Ponies. They're back to the top of the order against Oster de la Cruz. Here and Leverett are pretty even pitch count-wise. And Daniel Brito going to start it off. Struck out looking on 3 pitches in his first at-bat, and he chases a fastball low, 0-1. De La Cruz kicks and fires, it's low. Now, it's interesting that De La Cruz really only has 2 main pitches and kind of one that he's working on with the curve, because as a starter, you kind of need a full repertoire if you're going to see the lineup 2, 3, 4 times. And maybe that's kind of why they're transitioning him from starter to reliever, is that kind of issue. And Daniel Brito gets a hold of this one, back at the wall, LaGrange, and it bounces over the fence. Daniel Brito with a solo shot to right. They send the sparklers up in the sky, and it is 3-1 now, Rumble Ponies. Daniel Brito gets a hold of his second of the season, an effortless-looking home run from the second baseman. And the Fightins cutting into this lead here with nobody out in the top of the bottom of the third. It is 3-1. And here is Bryson Stott now. Love how they were able to get the fireworks going back behind the sign after the home run. See if they can shake up De La Cruz a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, and it's 2-0 now to Stott. Stott walked, very patient looking in his first at-bat, a little bit more so than we've seen lately. Lately he's been chasing a little bit, but he looked like his old self in the first at-bat. We'll see what he can do against De La Cruz right now, and he'll chop it up the first base line. Now Luis Martinez fields it cleanly in the first base coach's box, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes De La Cruz, and Stott drives it into center field. Back, Mangum at the wall, and a leaping catch on the warning track is out number 1, as Stott almost had a hold of that. So with one away, it'll be Jorge Bonifacio. He also walked in his first at-bat. And Bonifacio rips one down the left field line, smoking it foul. And man, if he can right the ship, I mean, it was over the wall in the Blue Marsh foul porch. And he holds off on one downstairs. Sun peeking through the clouds right now, the wind going straight out. And awesome that Brito was able to send it his way because the wind going the opposite direction. Bonifacio chases a changeup low and regrets it immediately as it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the offering by De La Cruz, and the same thing happens again as Bonifacio goes down swinging. That's out number 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. And Brito broke up and got the first hit and the first run all in the same swing. So the Fightin's 1 run on 1 hit and 2 errors. And all that whole line belongs to Daniel Brito, actually. And then the Ponies 3 runs on 2 hits. It's Madison Stokes' turn at the plate. De La Cruz deals inside. Righty on righty matchup here. And here's the offering low. Stokes always trying to have a good day. He says every day the best day of his life, which I thought was fun to hear, and I really liked that perspective. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Got a fresh bat before yesterday's game. I watched him work with the clubby to find the bat that he likes, and it's a called strike 2 and 2. And it's interesting how these guys really like to stick to what they use, and amazing how many different varieties of bat there are. And if you're not someone that has an agent that sends them to you, kind of utilize the ones here at the park. Some guys are sent them. Some guys like Bryson Stott are sponsored by a certain bat company that they have to use. And here's a full count now to Stokes. The payoff pitch is called strike 3, and he heads back to the dugout after a Daniel Brito home run. The Fightins trail by just 2 as we head into the 4th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Nice up there. Congratulations to you on those Mega Blast tickets for July. That starts 1 star at the Fightin game. Way to go, guys. The Ground Crew is brought to you by Deer Country Farm and Lawn, a full-service John Deere dealer with stores in Adamstown, Allentown, Lancaster, and Lebanon to serve you. Now batting for the Rumble Ponies, the first baseman, number 9, Will Coffey.
Will Toffee going to start us off in the top of the 4th. It'll be Toffee, Carpio, and then Yoel Romero. Toffee had reached on an error and scored back in the 2nd, and the first pitch is in the dirt. The Fightins added a run off the hands of Daniel Brito, and it is 3-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. A called strike now to Toffee, 1-1. Sun starting to fall behind the clouds now as we get later into the evening. Very interesting though, of course, the sun not setting till late. Diving Daniel Brito picks up with it and makes the play. A scoop catch from Luke Miller at first. And solid defense by both of those guys to get the job done. A real team effort, and a quick out, number 1. Will Toffee heading back. Here's Luis Carpio. The sun sets at like 8:40 nowadays. You kind of get to, I remember last Saturday homestand, you kind of get to that point where you needed to set for the fireworks. 8:37 tonight. I would love a game that ends at 8:37, probably more like 9:15 if I had to guess. And Carpia gets a ball. The righty deals, and it's a strike. Leverett kind of has that over the head delivery. He really rotates his shoulder and bends all the way down on his release. Kicks his right leg around for extra momentum, and this one misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. And he pokes it the opposite way, coming over Bonifacio, camping under it, and he makes the catch, out number 2. Here's Yoel Romero, who flew out in his first at-bat. And I'd like to thank While Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery for supporting our tonight's team feed. And of course, we thank them for their delicious fried chicken, donuts, and Romero takes a hold of this pitch going over the fence, and it is a home run without a doubt. It is in the 4th row of picnic tables up by the ribbon board. Out there, I can see a fan pick it up, and Romero trots around the bases. It is 4-1. Binghamton here in the top of the 4th, and man, did he get everything on that ball.
The shortstop, number 2, Manny Rodriguez.
While Missing a Family Restaurant and Bakery is pleased to offer 2 options for your dining pleasure: a menu with delicious choices and a buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All of their bakeries that they have added are made from scratch: challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. The first offering to Rodriguez, low. They bet dollars to donuts that there's no restaurant in the area that offers varieties of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesecakes, and homemade donuts like theirs. While Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery and owner Hamid Shawri are proud 2021 partners of the Reading Fightin' Phils. 2 balls, no strikes now to Rodriguez, and with the foul ball, it'll be 2-1. Field now half shaded, half in the sun from the clouds. And a called strike from Leverett, looking to get out of this half inning. And be back to the Fightin's opportunity for offense. They trail by 3 runs now as they tried to get back a run. Binghamton took it back once again, and Leverett misses outside. Leverett had not given up a home run before today's start. Now, obviously, FirstEnergy Stadium, kind of a hotbed for home runs, a real hitter's park with the short porch. This one's sent to left field. It's going to drop in front of Steven, and Rodriguez has himself a base hit now with 2 outs.
The pitcher, number 10, Oscar De La Cruz.
This will be the pitcher, Oscar De La Cruz, who reached on an error last time up. That home run marked the first of the season off of the hands of Leverett. And his longest outing so far has been 5 innings. Right now he's trying to get through a full 4. And De La Cruz takes a strike. He's at 56 pitches right now, so he's got some gas left in the tank. Runner on first now and 2 outs in the top of the 4th. De La Cruz so tall in the batter's box, he kind of really squats down. Now he calls time right as Leverett is in the middle of his motion, and Leverett can't stop himself but throwing the pitch and allowing a batter to call time that late. We saw the same thing happen yesterday. Can really result in injuries if the pitcher tries to stop himself, if the catcher's not, ready, aware with the time called, if the batter gets in the way. I don't know why they allow it so late as De La Cruz sends one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But when they do and the pitcher still throws, it's not considered a pitch that counts. If, of course, the timeout is granted to the batter. Sometimes it's not when it's called that late, but it was this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leverett trying to get out of the inning. Here's the pitch, and Oscar De La Cruz sends it the opposite way into the glove of Bonifacio, and that will retire the Rumble Ponies, not before they tack another one on the board. It is 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Smiling
Bottom of the fourth, the Fightins tried to pick up a run on the Rumble Ponies, but they tacked one on again in the fourth. So they're still down by 3 here. And leading it off, Josh Stephen. Stephen grounded out in his first at-bat. Infield playing back deep. And the first offering from De La Cruz, chased by Stephen, 0-1. Stephen makes contact this time, fouls it back, it's 0-2. Clearwater still has a 3-0 lead over the Daytona Tortugas, and the Jersey Shore Blue Claws catching up to the Brooklyn Cyclones. It is 4-3 in that game, though it's in the top of the 6th. They got a little bit earlier start. I think it was 6 o'clock for that affiliate, and Adonis Medina on the mound. For the Iron Pigs, it is 1-1 against the Rail Riders in the top of the 5th. They play each other, I want to say 36 times throughout the season. That's pretty much a quarter of the season, which is kind of crazy. They're not doing as much traveling in AAA as they are. Not that they're doing much in AA, but we will see every affiliate but Altoona. And Stephen holds off, takes one inside, and it's 2-2. And about the Iron Pigs, Mark Appel and Dalton Guthrie were the heroes of the night. As Stephen sends it the other way, is it going to drop in front of LaGrange? And it does. A base hit for Josh Stephen and his personal cheering section out front going wild as he's successfully on first here to start off the fourth, which is a great way to start it. Now, Appel and Guthrie started the season in Reading, and they both moved up. Just recently, Appel got the win, his first win at AAA since the 2017 season. And he pitched 5 scoreless innings in front of a 9,565 person crowd. Pretty impressive there for the Iron Pigs. They play at home while our Phils do as well. And Dalton Guthrie had a home run, his first home run in AAA. I believe he had 3 in AA, and he also hit an RBI single later in the game. So congratulations to those two former Fightins. Matt Vierling will join them in AAA after being optioned back down after a stint with the MLB team, a very successful one. And De La Cruz sends it home to Miller. It is a strike, and then Meyer tries to get Stephen at first, but he's not able to. Stephen diving back. 0-1, to Luke Miller at the plate. And Miller lofts it high in the sky. It's going to come into the stands, and it ends up in the seats. The play is not made, and the ball is picked up eventually underneath the seats. No balls, 2 strikes now to Luke Miller. Stephen out at first. Time is called. Miller steps out from behind the plate. De La Cruz really changing the speed of his pitches. When he pitches out of the stretch with the runner on, he's got good rhythm. And then with the base runner, really slows it down. And Luke Howe had to step out there, get back into his own rhythm. De La Cruz sends one high. Miller holds off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steven on first. There's no outs here. The Fightin's down by 3. De La Cruz comes home. It's inside to Miller. 2-2 now. Miller batting .220 here in today's contest. 8 home runs and 8 doubles. And De La Cruz, the righty, has to turn his torso around to see Steven on first. He'll come home. And Luke Miller has worked his way back from an 0-2 count now to full. And this is probably the 6th or 7th full count now we've seen out of De La Cruz. Batters are really working him deep, and that's really affecting his pitch count. While he's held the Fightins to only 1 run, he is already up to 71 pitches. They could knock the starter out early. And Miller sends it up high in shallow center field. Mangum coming in, but it is going to be Rodriguez who calls him off, and that's out number 1.
The center fielder, number 38, Logan Landon.
Here's Logan Landon with a runner on first. Tomorrow's game, a 5:15 game on Sunday night. There's so much going on at the park. There is a Mike Schmidt t-shirt giveaway, a Happy Father's Day belated t-shirt giveaway, along with a catch on the field, which is very exciting. And of course, a bark in the park night, so you're welcome to bring your dogs out. They can get their own seat and come watch a ball game, hang out with some other dogs. Don't worry, of course, we'll have dog-friendly areas, water bowls out everywhere. It's supposed to be hot, so we'll make sure we take good care of them. The first offering to Landon low, and once again, Meyer throws it down to first, but it didn't really look like Toffee was ready as he got back to the bag after Stevens' slide. And obviously you're not going to win on the tag that way if you don't even make it to the base. And it's low now to Landon. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Fightins 1 run on 2 hits with 2 errors. The Rumble Ponies 4 runs on 4 hits. And again with the pickoff attempt here from De La Cruz. Here's the offering. It's a called strike. De La Cruz still hitting 90 now. He looks back first before he sets up. Steven on first. There's just 1 out. And here's the pitch chased by Landon. And he will strike out swinging in the dirt on a changeup. There are 2 outs now for Jack Conley. Conley steps into the batter's box. He walks after a hefty full count. And pitches in the dirt. So the other day, maybe it was yesterday? It was yesterday. A coworker of mine and I went to the market, which if you've been to the market by the mall, very, very great, open just on the weekends here in Reading. And we ran into Jack Conley there. And I know a lot of the players go there. I know Sean Williams, a big fan of the pretzel rolls at the market. I am too. Very delicious. But Conley was over buying pierogies. He's part Polish. And this one iced up the third baseline foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Says he has had the greatest pierogies ever. His family makes them from scratch sometimes. I've only had pierogies a couple of times, and they're usually out of the freezer section. So I imagine they don't taste quite the same. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And he doesn't mean to swing, but he makes contact, and he puts it into play as it's fielded unassisted by the first baseman, Toffee. And that'll wrap things up here in the bottom of the 4th as the Fightins trail by 3. We're heading into the 5th.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
More vegetables. Scavenger Mechanical provides quality service and affordable price.
Leverett heading out for the 5th inning, and as I said before, 5 is his longest outing of work, so we'll see if he's able to notch that right now. And he is wearing number 50 out there. If you saw before, Jack Perkins was in 50, but Perkins shifting over to 23. And so Leverett taking over at 50. Back to the top of the order for the Rumble Ponies with Jake Mangum. And Mangum puts it right back where it came from. He's got a base hit to start things off.
The catcher, number 20, Nick Meyer.
Meyer heads up now with a runner on and nobody out. Meyer 0 for 2 today. Goes to lay down the bunt, but he misses, and he doesn't go around, they say, so it's 1-0. We'll see if Meyer shows signs of bunt again, but instead Leverett sends it over to first. Lots of pickoff attempt in these games. It's very interesting to see how some pitchers focus on it a lot and others do not. Both today I would consider yes. Lots of throwing over to first, and we'll see if Leverett comes home with it. Going is the runner, and this could have been a double play if he didn't, so he saved himself as Stokes sends it on to first, and apparently that hit and run worked well for the Rumble Ponies as Mangum safe on second. So there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out instead of nobody on and 2 outs, and really saved themselves there. And I guess that's why Leverett was throwing over so much, to try to avoid that, but it didn't quite work. And so here's Carlos Cortez now. Another 0 for 2. He's one of 2 players, including Meyer, who hasn't reached on anything as of today. Leverett looking back at second. Stock kind of holding him on, but he's on the right side of second, and the pitch comes in outside. Now, sometimes they do this sort of tactic behind second when they're trying to confuse the runner, making him think they're holding him on when they have no intention of coming back, or trying to hide themselves when they do have an intention of coming back. Stott there banging on his glove, trying to distract the runner so he doesn't know what's coming. And Leverett looking back as Stott does it once again. Now he's going to send the pitch home. And this one poked up the middle once again. Coming around third is Mangum. He's going to score as the ball gets all the way to the wall. The throw comes in from center field, and Cortez safe with a run-scoring double. It is a 5-1 now. Binghamton Rumble Ponies here with just 1 out in the top of the 5th, and the Fightins might need that 7th spot in the 7th again to get back into this game. Wagner LaGrange now has his chance. That's the 3rd extra base hit tonight for the Rumble Ponies. A strike call there from Leverett. Now we do see some action in the bullpen. Can't quite tell who it is from here. And this one gets through the hole off the bat of LaGrange. Stopping at third is Cortez, and he has himself a base hit with runners on the corners now and just 1 away.
The first baseman, number 9, Will Toffey.
And we'll see Brad Bergeson come out to have a chat now with Leverett, and Conley hovering. Now he'll walk to the mound. They're just going to do this to give the reliever more time to warm up in the pen, most likely. They'll let Leverett try to get through the next batter, I would imagine, and then maybe have the reliever come in for the final out, seeing how it goes. Can't quite see who that is down there. So we'll resume the game as the pitching coach heads back into the dugout, and a fresh count now to Will Toffey with runners on the corners. The Ponies 5 runs on 7 hits. The Fightins 1 run on 2 hits. And Leverett trying to get out of this half inning. He'll send the first pitch home to Toffey, who chases a nice block by Conley behind the plate. If anything gets past him, for sure another run will score. Looking down is Leverett, and now he'll come home. It's in the dirt again. Runners on the corners here with just an out in the top of the 5th. Coming home is Leverett. And it's a ball. 2-1 now. We'd like to thank our partnership with Humane Pennsylvania. They'll help support us in our Bark in the Park event tomorrow and support our Fiesta Friday nights throughout the season. And it's 3-1 now to Toffee. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare, and it empowers the people in our community to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. And we thank them for their work and partnership. Will Toffee goes down swinging, or excuse me, that's 2 strikes. And hopefully I'm predicting the future now, as it's a full count here to Toffee. Would be a big pickup to strike out from Leverett. He has just 4 and hasn't had one since the 2nd inning. The bullpen watching. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's foul, so we'll do it again. And he checks his swing and he tips it with his bat. So we're going to go another time. After 7 pitches, we'll still have a full count here to Will Toffee with runners on the corner and just 1 away. And the payoff pitch again. This one sent high and deep back to center field. Tagging is Cortez, and he'll come home safely. It is 6-1 Mets, but that is out number 2 for Leverett. And staying put on first, LaGrange. And we'll see if they let him go after the next batter, Luis Carpio.
The second baseman, number 19, Luis Carpio.
And they are going to let him go after him. Carpio, a single, a stolen base, and a fly out to right. And with a runner on first, there's 2 away now for Leverett. Fightins are down by 5 runs, and they'll start off with the pitcher spot, so I imagine it will be a pinch hitter. Couple guys on the bench today. Maybe we'll see Gamboa out first. Carpio takes a strike. Lever looking down. Here's the 0-1. The runner's going. The throw from Connolly. It's on the wrong side of the bag. A nice stop from Brito. Otherwise, it would have gotten into the outfield. And a stolen base now for LaGrange. The second stolen base of the game. And it's 1-1. Gamboa, Gazzo, Duran, and Tatum on the bench. So we know it won't be Duran. And I imagine they would save Gamboa for the defensive double switch they might have to make later, since he's a little bit more flexible infield, outfield, depending on who's up to bat. You never know. Maybe they'll pinch hit Jack Perkins. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Carpio. And the pitch, a called strike. And Leverett just 1 strike away from getting out of this half. There is a runner on second, but there's 2 outs. And the Fightins down by 5, not out of it yet. Good stop there by Conley. And on the ground, he was like laying down after he stopped it. He still pointed at the umpire to check his swing. And without even moving, Moore was like, nah, he did not go around. So we'll do it again. Another payoff pitch in this game. Lots of high leverage situations on either side. The Rumble Ponies coming out on top of them so far. But really what stands out is what Landon had said after yesterday's game. Here's the payoff pitch from Leverett, a swing and the miss. Oh, and he tipped it with his bat. And so will remain. He said You know, they can tell down there, they know that they're getting no hit, but they also knew they were putting up some great at-bats, and they knew the hits would eventually come. So he said we weren't getting too frustrated in the dugout. We were trying to just stick with it, stick with the way we were going, and we knew it would work out eventually, and it did. This one to Bryson Stott, on to first, and that'll be it in the top of the 5th. Now they do tack on 2 more runs. It's 6-1 as we head into the bottom half.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
To the bottom of the 5th we go. The Fightin's down by 5 runs, but it's Sal Gazzo coming in to pitch hit. So that means Adam Leverett is done after a complete 5 for his first Double-A start. He goes 5 innings of work on 7 hits. Gives up 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Walks nobody and strikes out 4 on a total of 83 pitches. And Gazzo starting off this inning, pinch hitting for him. He'll take a strike. Here's the 0-1 he chases, and it's 0-2. Holds off on a pitch inside. Now the Fightins have had runners on in every inning so far. The only time they came around to cross the plate was Daniel Brito on his home run in the 3rd. And De La Cruz with the 1-2. It's 2-2 outside. And the only other hit on the day came off the bat of Josh Stephen. A liner to right. De La Cruz upstairs, and once again, it's a full count.
Dude, I'm down, until August 20th. The last week before boot camp, I'm going to go on a
The payoff pitch inside. Salgazzo patient enough, and he waits out the 0-2 count to walk.
Please welcome our next junior PA announcer, Zane.
So back to the top of the order for the Fightins with Daniel Brito, although I do think we might see a pitching change as manager Lorenzo Bundy walks out as slow as he could possibly walk out to the mound to allow the relievers some more time. He'll come in, and we will take a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolf bullpen after we see who comes in for the starter, Oscar De La Cruz. We'll take a short break and be back in just a minute.
Unlike FirstEnergy Stadium, 61 puts you at the action on it just diamond on the with covered seat and motion and the most your over and over a kind experience for the dugout scholars and add food or first time ever. Are please classic all elect this program coaching staffers in front. It also stories and all on the FirstEnergyTime.com. Check it out.
Tickets to be used all season. Bank lets you use the new need. You will have a bank account to use your or voucher for game tickets. You need them. So reserve your FlexBank ticket office or send at visit our Philadelphia office 37 call for more FlexBank and all the get tickets Stadium Gate.
Well, after the call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, Oscar De La Cruz hands the ball over to Yezo Campos. And Campos will take over here with a runner on first and nobody out. And the top of the order with Daniel Brito. Now we saw Campos on Wednesday night. He pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 hits and 1 run on 28 pitches. And I would imagine we'll see him this inning and the next. But he starts off with Sal Gazzo on first, and he pitches a strike to Daniel Brito. It's 0-1. Chasing in the dirt, Brito already struck out once, and it looked like he might get down on the second bat, but he sent one instead over the fence. No balls and 2 strikes here to the leadoff guy. And instead, he pokes it the other way. It's going to drop in the hole. And going around and holding himself up is Sal Gazzo. He was ready to make his way to third, but he was held up by Sean Williams. Stopped in his tracks, almost fell over, and headed back to second. And the Fightins have 2 successive base runners. That's pretty huge for them. And Daniel Brito with another multi-hit game, absolutely out of control. And here is Bryson Stott now with 2 runners on and nobody out. Stott 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes a called strike. Doesn't even get out of the box. Keeps himself in, waiting for another pitch from Campos, the 25-year-old righty. Mostly righty on this roster here for the Mets. Just 2 lefties. And a called strike to Stott, who bounced back out, trying to avoid getting hit, thought it was a ball. And so it'll be 0-2 now to Bryson Stott with nobody out and 2 runners on. He's got a gap between second and third. Looking back, Campos. Instead, he comes home, and this one for sure inside. Gazzo taking a nice lead off of second, although Rodriguez keeping a little bit tabs on him. The wind pushing out to left field. Campos setting up. Now he kicks and fires home. Stott makes contact up the gap. Coming around third and scoring is going to be Sal Gazzo. Here's the throw into third base. And a sliding Daniel Brito makes it home. An RBI. It is 6-2 from Bryson Stott as Sal Gazzo scores. A big pickup there. Here's Jorge Bonifacio now with 2 on and nobody out. The Fightins have put back-to-back runners on the base paths. And Bonifacio 0 for 1 with a walk. Holds off on one in the dirt. Meyer does a good job of keeping it in front of him. Daniel Brito above average speed on the base pass. And the team spent a lot of time working on their base running today. Practicing taking home on a wild pitch exactly like that. And we'll see if it pays off. Stott, no stolen bases yet. And the offering from Campos. Bonifacio sends it sky high. Brito should be able to tag as it's deep to right field. And he does. He dives home, and there's not even a throw from LaGrange. Instead, they try not to hold on Stott at first, and it is 6-3 now as Reading trying their best to catch back up. A sacrifice fly off the bat of Bonifacio scores a run. And that's just the first out, although they held Stott to first. We'll see what he can do for Madison Stokes. Stokes 0 for 2 today. Righty on righty. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and Myers doing all of these impressive throws back to first, and whoever's covering first isn't even on the base. So I don't know if they're not on the same page there, or he's trying to keep the runner in check himself. But Stott obviously able to get back before the first baseman even does. And the throw by Meyer, they're always pretty solid. One ball becomes 2, and it's 2-0 to Stokes. The Fightins have scored 2 runs in this half inning, and it's 6-3 now. They only have 1 out. Stott just a couple steps off of first. And Campos comes home. He's low once again, and Stokes has done a good job holding off on 3-0. I imagine he would hold off on whatever comes next unless it's absolutely perfect. Wouldn't risk blowing a walk that would push Stott into scoring position. And he does hold off, but it is a called strike. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike now. Josh Stephen Reading himself in the on-deck circle. He's been heroic one time already in this game with the walk-off in the bottom of the 11th, and he will definitely have a run-scoring chance, barring a double play here for Madison Stokes. And instead they go back to Stott on first, but he gets back in time, really dirtying up his uniform over there on first. Fightins 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Ponies 6 runs on 7 hits. And the pitch. Madison Stokes gets a hold of this, going back at the wall. It drops into the White Star billboard, rounding third, and Stott held up at second. Madison Stokes a double here to put himself and Stott in scoring position now with just 1 out for Josh Stephen. And man, did he get all of that just feet shy from heading over the fence. And the crowd rallying here at FirstEnergy Stadium, supporting the team. And that'll be a visit from the pitching coach, Jonathan Hurst, coming out to chat. And coming in also is the third baseman and the shortstop, although he grabs the rosin bag. The first and second baseman head to talk, and whoever's out in left, Cortez, always squats down, trying to save some energy. Whoever's warming up in the Fightins pen has taken a break, since it'll be a bit of time before he heads in. And that's enough from Hurst as he heads back into the dugout. The stands are getting loud here for Josh Stephen. We'll see if he can do it again. The Fightins down by just 3. They have 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Here's the pitch. Steven chases in the dirt. 0-1. Following Steven is Luke Miller. Steven had a hit in his last at-bat. Inside. The 1-1. Pokes it foul. Onto the roof. 1-2. Stokes on second. Stott on third. There's only one out, and the Fightins trail by 3. So the tying run is Josh Steven at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes here. Campos kicks and fires, and it's a called strike 3 for Josh Steven. And the crowd booing the umpire here as Steven heads back into the dugout. That's out number 2. Here's Luke Miller. And the Fightins have chipped away at this lead. It's 6-3 now, but of course they would love to add some more runs as we're getting about to the halfway point of this game. Campos to Miller, it's upstairs. Kicks and fires, Miller chases at a change, and it's 1-1. Miller trying to make something happen here with runners in scoring position. The pitch, a called strike, and it's 1-2 now with 2 outs. There is someone warming up in the bullpen. Of course, we know Leverett. Stay was done. And Gazzo started off this whole thing. Just took a walk to start off a big inning for the Fightins. Sometimes you just need to start small and make things happen. And Miller crushes one to left field, but it lined right into the glove of Cortez, who makes the catch. And that'll be out number 3. Miller, a solid piece of hitting there, but just comes up short. The Fightins do score 2 runs. It's 6-3 as we head into the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Number 25, Nick Lackney.
Well, we're going to get a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Leverett passes the ball over to Nick Lackney. And interesting, the high A to high A guys taking the game here in Double A tonight. And he gets a called strike to Romero. We saw Lackney earlier in this series when he threw 2 innings of clean work and did not allow a runner across, and no hits, actually struck out 3. And so that's 2 consecutive appearances in a Fightin's uniform scoreless. Lackney did have 1 appearance against Akron, and he was called just to fill in, make kind of a spot relief appearance in an emergency bullpen situation, and he only allowed no hits, 2 strikeouts, and 4 walks. And here's the 2-1 to Romero, swing and a miss, it's 2-2. So when he got here the other day, and he ended up pitching that night, I asked, this time it kind of seemed like more of a permanent move based on what I had heard. How did he feel about what did he think? And he said, yeah, the last time they had made it clear as he gets Romero down on strikes. That'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. And Lackney would love to come in and just get them down so that the Fightins can get back up to bat. They had a hot bottom of the 5th inning and down by 3 right now. And so he was saying the last time when he went to Akron, he knew, like the way they had told him was that, they're needed up there, you go up there, you get the job done, and then you come back here. But now it seemed like this was more permanent since the 3 guys went up to AAA and they called 3 up. He was one of those 3 with Zabala and Santos. And so he said he was happy that he did have that experience in Akron because pitching scoreless there really gave him confidence coming into today. He'd heard a lot about pitching at FirstEnergy Stadium. He knew it was a hitter's park. Obviously, his debut a couple days ago came out of it scoreless. So I think that all of that combined has helped him feel comfortable here pitching in this Double-A environment. He got to meet a couple of the guys back then, and now he sends 3 straight balls to Rodriguez. So I think he's a little bit more comfortable here, and hopefully he'll settle in quickly. 3 balls, no strikes now to Rodriguez, and Lackney comes home upstairs. It'll be a 4-pitch walk. So 1 out and 1 on here, and we'll see if they bat for the pitcher Campos, but they don't. Campos walks up to the plate, so I guess that means most likely we'll see him in the bottom half of this inning.
The pitcher, number 17, Yezo Campos.
Campos goes for the bunt, but he doesn't come up with it. It's 0-1. He's trying to push that runner into scoring position. A lot of pitchers will just go for the bunt, not trusting themselves to make any kind of contact. But it could work if you move the runner over. Lackney looking over at first, and instead he comes home, going for the bunt again. This one's picked up by Connolly. He'll go to second for the lead runner, and they'll get him. A great defensive play by Bryson Stott at second to put the tag on. And that was a good call there to get the lead runner. Connolly not wanting any more runs to score because the Fightins are trying to play catch-up right now. And so Campos reaches on a fielder's choice. And the runner's out at second. There's 2 outs for the top of the order. Jake Mangum heads up to the plate now. Now Mangum is one of those guys that is a switch hitter, and then he throws left. Now he goes down for the bunt, which I find interesting, but he fouls it back. It's 0-1. So he can bat on both sides of the plate and throw with one hand. There's not a lot of people who do that, but a couple of people are able to be switch hitters, meaning they can bat on both sides of the plate. Salgazzo can do that, and Archimedes Gamboa as well are both switch hitters, which is really incredible. Andrew Knapp, a switch hitting catcher, which is rare. But We'll wait to tell the story until after the pitch comes in from Lackney. Here's the 0-1, and this one is absolutely crushed by Mangum. Going back at the wall is Steven, and it's over the fence. It's a 2-run home run from Jake Mangum, and that will put up the Rumble Ponies 8-3. And so every time the Fightins think they're coming back into this game, the Rumble Ponies say, nope, we've got it. And those are the first earned runs that Lackney has given up. And with 2 outs, here's the catcher, Nick Meyer. So anyways, where am I going with this? Carlos Cortez is actually one of the very few guys who are, I guess, ambidextrous, because he actually can throw with both hands. He actually has a glove for his right hand and a glove for his left hand. So I've been watching him in this contest. He's been throwing right-handed, but he can do it with his left hand. So I think I was told when he's in the outfield, he'll do right, and then when he's in the infield, depending on where he's playing, he might throw with his left. And so that's kind of a rare feat. You see some switch hitters, but you don't often see some ambidextrous throwers. And he said he learned when he was just a kid. Two balls and 1 strike to Meyer. He chases one. It's a slow roller, but it rolls foul. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The Fightins trail by 5 runs yet again. And they'll be in the middle part of their order, or excuse me, the bottom, with Landon, Conley, and we'll see if they pinch hit for Lackney or they'll have Lackney come up to bat. Downstairs, it's a full count. Lackney trying to get out of this inning now. He's already let up a home run. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on the base pass. The lefty kicks and fires. It's inside, and he'll walk Meyer. So there'll be a race runner now and 2 outs for Carlos Cortez. Now Cortez had that run-scoring double back in the 5th. And the Rumble Ponies have scored runs in every inning but 2. Lackney deals, and it's downstairs. It's a called strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs now with a runner on first. The Fightins down by 5 runs. And Nick Lackney on the mound. Kicks and fires home. Connolly blocks it. And Meyer kind of hitting himself for not being able to take second. A good block there by Connolly, though. He would have been able to get him at second, I think, had Meyer chose to go. And this one's up and in to Cortez. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still hot here in Reading. I think we're going to go through a little bit of a heat wave for the next few days before the rain breaks through and cools things off next week. But the Fightins will be on the road in Erie by that time. And the offering is chased upstairs. A good pitch there by Lackney. Fools Cortez. And here's another full count at bat in this contest. Now Erie has already come here and played 6 here, so they'll play at home while the Fightins come there and play 6 on the road, and then that will wrap up all of our time with Erie this season. Time is called by Cortez as he steps out. Lackney, 1 on, 2 outs here. He's got the full count. Leaning over, and he and Connolly are not on the same page about the signs. So Conley and Stott coming in, which I find interesting. See, love to know what they're saying down there. If Stott is seeing something maybe from Cortez at the plate that he wants to be able to relay. Stott seems to get along with most of these players, to be honest. Seems really friendly out there, although he can be quieter at times. So 3 balls, 2 strikes here now to Carlos Cortez with 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch, and it is sent into foul territory. Nobody able to get to it, so we'll do it all again. Andrew Brown warming up in the pen for the Fightins. You saw him here on the opening day roster, but then he was transferred to the Rumble Ponies and had to he was transferred to the Blue Claws and played there for a little bit and then got the call back to Double-A just this morning. Here's the payoff pitch, and he swings and kind of fouls it into himself. And so it will remain full as Cortez really battles through this at-bat. That was 7 pitches now. And the infield backs up. So does the outfield. And we'll try it once more. Here's the payoff pitch. And he sends it high in the sky. It's whether it stays in the field to play. Conley coming over, but it's in the stands. And the 8th pitch of the at-bat is a foul ball. Running on contact was Meyer. He was all the way over at second, but had to turn back around. And so we'll go for the payoff pitch once more. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one roped up the left field line. If it bounces, fair. And it does, all the way to the wall, coming around and hustling home is Meyer. And into second with a run-scoring double is Carlos Cortez. It is 9-3 Rumble Ponies here. And man, after a long and hard-fought at-bat, Meyer wins out over Nick Lackney. So here's Wagner LaGrange now. There's still 2 outs on for Lackney, and coming out is Brad Bergeson. Tough there, he got 2 outs in the 6th, and then batters just reaching. And here's the cleanup hitter, Wagner LaGrange, with a runner on second and 2 outs. And so I will use this time to thank the official team physicians of the Reading Fightin' Phils, our good friends at Commonwealth Orthopedics Associates, and doctors John Martin and Paul Marr for taking great care of the team. For the same great care that the Fightin' Phils receive, visit Commonwealth Orthopedic Associates website at coaortho.com. And so Bergeson heading back into the dugout. Lackney looks back at second, and the first offering to LaGrange, a called strike. Lackney here, and he gets a called strike. It's 0-2. Binghamton 9 runs on 9 hits. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. And the 0-2 strikes out swinging as LaGrange goes down. And that will retire the Rumble Ponies here in the bottom of the 6th, not before they add on 3 runs. It's Binghamton 9, Reading 3.
faster base runners batted in the competition. CJ Tire better selection, options, tires, repeat choice of Falcon tires, reliable value. 50-year helping customers at price. Tires and winning team. Anytime or shop on tires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
And provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Screwball. Now batting for the Fightin' Phils, the center fielder, number 38, Logan Landon.
Well, the Fightins trail by 6 runs heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, and Campos comes out to face Logan Landon, Jack Conley, and I imagine a pinch hitter, although we'll have to see. Landon settles into the righty batter's box, and the pitch comes in high from Campos. Now Campos gave up a run, or 2 runs technically. 1 went to him, 1 went to De La Cruz in the bottom of the 5th, but Binghamton and Landon sends a ball deep out to left field. There to catch it is Cortez, and that's out number 1. Now Binghamton scored 3 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. And there's 1 away now for Jack Conley. 0 for 1 with a walk. Conley holds off on the first pitch. It's a strike. And it is going to be Archimedes Gamboa coming in to pinch hit, so I think we'll see Andrew Brown potentially coming out of the bullpen in the next inning. Here's the 0-1 to Connolly. It is, or excuse me, that was 0-2, and it was a called strike 3 low on the outside corner. And so he'll go back to the dugout, and now pinch hitting is Archimedes Gamboa. Gamboa slow to get into the lefty batter's box, and now he'll do so with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Takes a first pitch strike. Campos really finding his rhythm now after letting up runs in the bottom of the 5th, looking dominant here. And Gamboa takes another called strike. It's 0-2. Still a very lively crowd as Gamboa makes contact up the first baseline. It's fair, and it goes 3-1 in your scorebooks as Campos reaches just before Gamboa. A quick 1-2-3 inning. Down go the Fightins as we head into the top of the 7th. They're down by 6.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the baseball top 2 Ferry Smile King. Brought to you by Bluestone.
We'll call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Lackney hands off the ball to Andrew Brown. We haven't seen him in Reading in quite a while. The last outing he had here on May 14th, and he transitioned back to Jersey Shore, and here he is back in Reading. And he'll try to shut down the Rumble Ponies here in the top of the 7th. The Fightins are down by 6 runs.
Now batting for the Rumble Ponies, the first baseman, number 9, Will Coffey.
And he was in high A back in 2019 where he threw 100 innings. And that was the second highest innings pitched on the team. So they'll see to get 2 out of him right now as he sends one high and tight into Toffee. It's 1-0. And there's his first strike here. This one sent out to left field, coming over Josh Steven on the run, and it bounces in fair territory. Steven not able to get to it. A little slow off the jump. I think he thought it might have been foul. And it's a double there to Will Toffee with nobody out. Here's Luis Carpio, 1 for 3 on the day, plus a stolen base and a scored run. Really impressed with the crowd tonight. Very lively. Looking back and coming home is Brown. This one is up the third base line, but foul. And a load of guys from the Blue Claws pitching in tonight's game. All they need is Zabala to close it out. Although he threw yesterday, so probably not likely. Downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Brown kind of stands on a 45-degree angle on the rubber. This one in the dirt, nice block by Connolly. As he faces sort of like left field almost on the third base side of the rubber. I guess he's angled maybe towards third first. And then he leans down, sets up, and now he comes home and in the dirt once more. Andrew Brown leaning over Connolly, setting up on the outside part of the plate. Let's see where the pitch lands. He looks back at second. Now he comes home. A swing and a miss out of Carpio, and it is a full count. In his last outing in high A, which was on the 23rd, so just 3 days ago, pitched 1 inning of work, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and he struck out 1 batter. And this one back to the pitcher. They're going to go for 2 as it's over the head of Stokes at third and into the outfield. Scoring is Toffee, and coming around to second is Luis Carpio. That is an error on the pitcher that allowed Carpio to reach, and of course Toffee to score.
The third baseman, number 12, Yoel Romero.
And there's nobody out now, and it is 10-3. Here's Yoel Romero.
Start a fire at the house? Sure, you know what? If you could tell me.
With the Blue Claws, he's thrown 12 2/3 innings of work with a 3.55 ERA. He's had 9 appearances, all out of the bullpen, just 11 hits and 5 earned runs there. And he'll send Romero a ball.
All right, guys, you're only down by 7 runs. You got this.
Brito chatting with Carpio out on second, but nobody covering him on the bag. And coming home, Brown gets a strike out of Romero. It is 1-2 now. Still looking for his first out in the top of the 7th. The run has already crossed the plate. And the Fightin's down by 7. This one's too low, and it evens 2-2. Big thank you to CJ's Tire and Auto for sponsoring the Fightin' Phils. You can get everything you're looking for at CJ's Tire and Auto when you're ready for your summer vacation or when you're just taking adventures. Romero sends this one to center, a big out, and it comes in. A nice cutoff there by Bryson Stott, and Luis Carpio can advance from second. So there'll be one away now for Manny Rodriguez. CJ's Tire and Automotive, reputation riding on trust. The Keep You Rollin' store. Rodriguez 1 for 2 today with a walk. And he takes a first pitch strike from Brown. The Fightin' Phils have been riding high before tonight's game. They were 11 wins out of their last 15. 7 of their last 3. And there is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Rodriguez. The people sitting in front of me very lively here at the ballpark tonight. Appreciate their energy. And 1-1 from Brown. This one diving Stott, can't come up with it, trickling into left field, and there'll be runners on the corners with a base hit from Rodriguez. And we'll see if they bring up Campos. They do. So he'll have another inning of work. And just one out here for Brown.
The pitcher, number 17, Jesus Campos.
He'll make his way over here. And if he doesn't, I'll blame him.
Miller holding the runner on at first. And Brown coming over with it. But they don't get him. A called strike from DeBrouwer behind the plate. No balls and 1 strike. The fireworks people from International Fireworks still setting up back there. They started when the game started back at 6:45, so it's been over 2 hours. They've been setting up for this mega blast, which kind of makes you think about how insane it is. And Campos takes a strike at 0-2. They've got a huge van out, and they keep pulling pallets and pallets of fireworks out.
Cotton candy!
Brown, the 0-2, fouled back.
Cotton candy! Hey-oh!
Only Weasels committing insurance fraud. Visit WeaselCom.
We tried our best.
No balls, 2 strikes here, and he chases one upstairs. I've never seen somebody swing like that. He kind of tried to hack it. And that'll do it, though, for Brown with an out number 2 as he gets the strikeout pickup. And Campos, came at it from above, almost like he was trying to, chop through it. And he wasn't able to make contact. So we're at the top of the order with Jake Mangum, who's had a home run and a single today. Very dangerous bat here with runners on the corners, and the Fightin' Phil's down by 7. This one gets through the gap between Stokes and Stott, and it will score a run 11-3 in favor of the Rumble Ponies, and there'll be runners on first and second now for Nick Meyer. A 3-hit day out of Jake Mangum. And now Brad Bergeson will come in. He's had to come in and talk to every one of these pitchers so far and try to calm them down. There's no one in the pen right now, so it seems like they're going to try to let Brown get out of this one. Not eat into the bullpen too much. There's still a game tomorrow. But all these guys are younger, and they're asking them to take a big step here with all of the injuries in the organization. And it's impressive how well they've handled it thus far. Obviously, AA, such a different step up from High A. It's really the league where everything changes and they start to separate, who has a real chance. Lots of high talent here. And a lot of competitors keep their best products at AA. Instead of AAA, AAA is kind of more for rehabbing and fill-in players, and so a lot of teams will keep their guys at AA, especially if their AA affiliate is closer than their AAA affiliate. Meyer takes 2 strikes, and once again, Andrew Brown has him 0-2. 2 outs here, runners on first and second. Fightin's down by 8. And this one hit right into the umpire's hand, and I don't even know, is that a dead ball? But Bryson Stott would have been able to pick that up at short, and they call it a base hit, even though the umpire got in the way. And I don't know who's coming out there. Kenny Montanani coming out. I'm surprised they don't send out Chris Terry. That might be Chris Terrian out there. Could be tough to see if the umpire's okay. And that's really tough going there for the Fightin' Phils. That's just bad luck. That really is, because I think Stott would have made that play at short. But it hit the umpire, which is Edwin Jimenez, over by second. And so I guess that's Chris Terrian. It's hard to see. Should go to the eye doctor. Anyway, so there's runners on the base paths, and every base has a runner for Carlos Cortez, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. I feel like that must be kind of embarrassing if you're the umpire. It hits you and then, okay, yes, he's okay. That was KT who was out. It's great, he's okay. Obviously don't want to see anyone get injured, but did allow a Rumble Ponies runner to get on first. But that's okay. No runs came across there, and Andrew Brown now here to face Carlos Cortez. Strike called to Cortez. Brown starting a lot of these guys off with first pitch strikes, getting them deep in the count, and then they are able to record a hit off of him, which is tough there because he ropes this one into left field. It bounces in front of Steven, and coming home are 2 runs. It is 13-3 off the bat of Carlos Cortez, and now the Rumble Ponies have a 10-run lead here as Andrew Brown is trying his best to get out here of the top of the 7th. And here's Wagner LaGrange now, still with 2 outs and runners on the corners. LaGrange stepping into the righty batter's box. Brown leaning over. And here's the offering, swing and a miss there. A huge strike pickup from Andrew Brown right now. And it's 0-2 here. And this one, a heater to Stokes. He gets on his knees and gets the force out at second, and that'll retire the Rumble Ponies in this inning. An ovation from the crowd, but they lead by 10 runs as we go on to stretch time.
Now batting for the Fightin Phils, the second baseman, number 12, Daniel Brito.
Daniel Brito is going to lead us off here after the 7th inning stretch sung by the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And it is a 13-3 ball game. The Rumble Ponies have had 14 hits here to the Fightin's 5. And it is Campos on to face Daniel Brito. Got him down 1-2-3. Back in the bottom of the 6th. And I believe the Fightins will bring in someone other than Brown. Brito sending it to left field, but Cortez there to make the catch. And that's out number 1.
The shortstop, number 6, Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott 1 for 2 day with a walk. Kicks and fires, it's outside. Lively crowd here at the ballpark, I would say. I'm impressed with their support here in a 10-run ball game as Stott is sent to his knees chasing a pitch. Great take me out to the ball game, one of the better ones that I've heard here at the ballpark. And he pokes this one deep to right field, going back at the wall. LaGrange, leaping LaGrange, he can't get it. Stott rounding second, he's hustling to third, and he's going to be held up at third as he slides in safely. A triple for Bryson Stott, and the crowd going wild here. Man, a foot away from being over the fence. But excitement throughout the park as Stott picks up his first triple of the season. And now I think there's like 6 guys with 1 triple. I got to write them on the whiteboard downstairs, and I'm out of room. Somebody's got to hit 2, please. But Stott completes his line now. 4 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers in the season. Total of 24 hits. And a 2-hit day there for Stott as Jorge Bonifacio comes back. Now, we did see the Fightins put up a 7th spot last night to come back. So with the bottom of the 7th, 8th, and 9th left to bat, obviously, you know, they have some catching up to do, but I would not say impossible with this team at all. Campos sends one to Bonifacio. It's a called strike. Two balls, 1 strike now. And the righty deals to the righty batter. He sends it up high out to center field. Backing up is Mangum. And at the wall, a home run for Jorge Bonifacio makes it 13-5, his 9th of the season, and back-to-back days he goes yard here at FirstEnergy Stadium. A huge home run from Bonifacio. Man, that had to be like 420 straight out to center. 13-5 here with the home run from Bonifacio. And here's Madison Stokes now. And the Fightins do not give up here. A triple, a home run. And they keep things going now with an out and Madison Stokes. Stokes sends it into the crowd. We'll see who catches this one. And it bounces in an empty seat, which there are very few of, so the fact that it found an empty seat is pretty impressive. But don't worry, someone recovered it very quickly. And Stokes brought to his knees, chasing a pitch in the dirt. 1-2. A grounder up to third, backhanded by Romero, and he sends it over to first. A big split from Toffee gets the job done, and that's out number 2. Here's Josh Stephen now, 1 for 3. Single in the 4th, but he was left on the base path. And he takes a called strike. 2 outs now, bottom of the 7th. It's 13-5. Rumble Ponies. they got to see a huge moonshot out of Bonifacio, his 10th of the season, or the 9th, excuse me. And this one crushed by Josh Stephen. Is it going to land fair? And it's in the pool. A solo shot from Josh Stephen, 13-6. His second homer of the season, second in the series. And he rounds third, high-fiving Sean Williams. 13-6 here. The fighting's not done yet. And that one landed in the pool. Pretty cool to pick up a foul ball that way, or a home run that way. And here's Luke Miller with 2 outs. Luke Miller takes a called strike. Now the Fightins have put up 3 so far in the bottom of the 7th.
All right, boys, 9 more. Let's do it. What a solid night that would be. You might be Ubering home.
Oh, ball, no balls, 2 strikes here to Luke Miller. Campos, he chases one away, gets away from Meyer, but it bounces back off of the backstop, and Miller a little frustrated with himself. That'll end the half inning. Not before 2 home runs from the Fightins makes it 13-6.
At the West Bay Tails game $10. Visit the Kentucky at a Nipa ticket. It's barbecue cheeseburgers, hot and cheese, pasta scenes, chips, cookies, and 6 ball. The Fightins visit the Wyden at First.
Auto Groups are of bills, inventory, and models with pricing to make many vehicles. 61 and L County Automotive. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
All right, she says lower. Let's take a look at the video board and see what our answer is.
Hi, I'm Nick Lackner. How many of us normally put the toilet seat down? 85%.
Oh, it wasn't lower. It is much higher. Attention, gentlemen. Let's see. Tom Service. Oh.
The first baseman, number 9, Will Toffey.
Well, Will Toffey coming out here in the top of the 8th inning. The Fightins put up a 3 spot thanks to a 2-run homer by Bonifacio and a solo shot from Josh Stephen. And they'll try to shut down the Rumble Ponies now and get back to work in the bottom of the 8th. They're only down by 7 runs. And Andrew Brown comes back for another inning of work. Toffey fouls one back. And it bounces in the stands. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Toffey. Infield back deep, outfield as well. Wind really pushing right to left. It has turned into a beautiful night here at the ballpark as Andrew Brown picks up a strikeout, and that's out number 1 here in the 8th.
The second baseman, number 19, Luis Carpio.
Here's Luis Carpio. And DeBrouwer just took a lap around Conley. And now he'll get back behind the plate here for Brown to face Carpio. This one sent sky high into the stands, and they're trying to catch it. And a great recovery there on a foul ball. No balls, one strike to start off the at-bat. Swing and a miss. And Brown has changed his delivery. It feels like he's pitching out of the stretch now, but there's nobody on, which is very interesting. He'll slide back, kick and fire, and he gets strike 3. And whatever he changed in between is really working for him right now.
Next to Diamond Credit Union. The third baseman, number 12, Yoel Romero.
2 straight strikeouts here. And Brown now to face Yoel Romero. When the Fightins get back up to bat, they'll start with Landon Conley and I imagine a pinch hitter. And Romero fouls back the first pitch he sees. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Brown deals and a tie. And he gets him down swinging. Andrew Brown comes in and strikes out the side. A huge top of the 8th inning to put the Fightins right back up to bat in the bottom half. They're down by 7 here at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightins fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, a big 1-2-3 inning by Andrew Brown to get down the Rumble Ponies and put the Fightins back up to bat. We have a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, and into the game is Andrew Mitchell, which was the man of the hour on Tuesday, part of that combo no-no against the Fightins. That was started from Josh Walker. Mitchell pitched 3 innings of work of hitless ball and struck out 1. And they're going to do a double switch as Mitchell is going to bat 7th. So a lot going on here as some defensive switches going on as well, because they're making that double defensive switch here that will allow the pitcher's bat not to impact the lineup. And Landon sends a liner out to center. He'll reach first and start off the top of the 8th with a base hit. So kind of to recap here, Mitchell coming in, he'll bat in the number 7 spot for for Romero. And Romero will be out of the game as Carpio takes his spot at 3rd, and Nick Conti comes in to bat 9th over at 2nd base. So Romero's out, Carpio's at 3rd, and of course Mitchell's on the mound and Conti is at 2nd. So a runner on first now, and nobody out here for Jack Conley. 0 for 2 with a walk today. And he takes the ball downstairs. The first no-hitter we've seen at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. That was done on Tuesday, a combination. And Connolly rips one over the head of Carpio deep in the hole at 3rd, and it's a single from Jack Connolly as he makes it safely on first, just so deep in the hole at 3rd. And that'll put runners on 1st and 2nd now with nobody out. The Fightin's down by 7 runs. And we will have a pinch hitter. So Andrew Brown's day is done as McCarthy Tatum comes into pinch hit for the Fightins. And I imagine he'll be part of a double defensive switch in the next half inning, perhaps, or just coming in to pinch hit right now. We'll see. He ends up somewhere on the base paths. Stokes and Miller don't bat for a while, and I imagine he'd probably end up in Stokes' spot, so I don't think so. And he holds off on a pitch, 1 ball, no strikes. There's someone warming up in the bullpen for Reading. Maybe it's Jonathan Hennigan, maybe it's not. It's about as far as I can see. Two straight downstairs, 2-0 here from Mitchell. So not as quite as effective as Tuesday. He'll look over at Conley at first, and now he'll come home, and Tatum fouls one back. The 2-1, Tatum sends it the other way, but it's just too far and into the stands. A foul ball that bounces. There's a scramble for it. Lots of fans hanging out, waiting for the Mega Blast. And Tatum gets back into the batter box. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, 2 runners on, and nobody out. This is an important pinch hit. And he strikes out swinging, chasing one on the inside. That drops in the strike zone. Out number 1 now. And we're back in the top of the order with Daniel Brito. Looking back, Mitchell instead he comes home to Brito, and he wanted to swing on that pitch. He doesn't know why he didn't. He's jumping up and down a little frustrated. And it's 0-1. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitchell looks over at first, and he comes home outside. Landed on second, Conley on first. Nobody holding, landed on second. And Daniel Brito already hit a home run today. Here's the 2-1. He sends it the other way, going back. Cortez at the wall, and he makes the basket catch. And no one is able to go anywhere. Man, just a couple feet from over the fence the other way this time. But it's out number 2. So here's Bryson Stott, a 2-hit day. Single and a triple. And here's the offering to Stott. He fouls it back into the netting. 0-1. Fightin's trail by 7 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Now they had 2 on to start off this half inning with nobody out. And it's important to capitalize here, otherwise they'll only have the bottom of the 9th to repair the deficit.
Pay later. 0% APR.
And it's low. 1-1. Not sure who that is down there who would take the top of the 9th. Fightin Tap recorded 10 hits on this game. Just having trouble bringing them in. As they've left 6 on the base pass tonight, 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And Stott swings and misses. Here's the 1-2 from Mitchell. And he sends it foul. He'll go again. And here's the 1-2 again. Stott does the same thing. This time it ends up on the roof, and so we'll go again. Landed still on second, Conley on first, and the Fightins trail by 7 runs here in the bottom of the 8th as we're winding down this game. And a good frame there by Meyer, but Stott holds off. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here. And Bryson Stott, your number 2 Phillies prospect, up at the plate. Here's the pitch. He pokes it the opposite way, but right into the glove of Carpio at third. And that'll do it for the Fightins here. A tough end to the 8th inning. They strand 2 on the base paths, and they will be down by 6 as they head into the top of the 9th.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today.
The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
The Fightin' strand 2 on the base pass in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they will call upon Jonathan Hennigan to take on the 9th here at FirstEnergy Stadium. So Brown, final line on him. 2 innings of work here for the Fightin' Phils. He gave up 5 hits and 4 runs, albeit none of them earned because of his own error, which should have been out number 3, or which should have recorded an out, but instead he overthrew third base, so he doesn't get any earned runs on there, but it's 13-6 for Jonathan Hennigan here, and he is going to face the bottom part of the order for the Rumble Ponies. Rodriguez will see Conti, and then top of the order with Jake Mangum. Now, the reason we don't see the pitcher in 9 is with that defensive double switch. They moved the pitcher's bat up to the number 7 spot, and the number 7 spot was the spot that ended the top of the 8th. So, good move by their manager, Lorenzo Bundy. That's a magnificent Sean Williams move. And Rodriguez takes a pitch inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez having a 2-hit day right now. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. Checking in with our affiliates, the Clearwater Threshers lead the Tortugas 5-2. That game's going into the bottom of the 9th. Brooklyn has an 8-5 lead over Jersey Shore. That game also going into the bottom of the 9th. And Scranton has a 10-3 lead off of Lehigh Valley. That game is in the bottom of the 8th right now. And of course the Phillies already wrapped up. They dropped to the Mets. Rodriguez fighting off this strikeout as he's fouled 2 balls back. It's still 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And he sends this one the opposite way. Luckily, it's foul for the Fightins, and it is still going to be 1 and 2. He checks his swing. Does he go around? No, Jack Connolly is the king of pointing to the first base ump for a check swing. Does it on his knees, does it chasing after a ball that gets by him. I think sometimes he just shouts and asks them to do it, honestly. But it's good, it's always check, because what if you do get the strike? I wonder if they'll call it a strike if nobody checks. As Rodriguez goes down swinging, that is the 4th strikeout in the row by a Fightins pitcher, and Hennigan picks up his first K here, out number 1 in the top of the 9th. Now, he had a scoreless outing in his last time up, and all he could do here is come in and get the job done for his team. In the last outing, we saw him go 2 full, no hits, no runs, obviously, and he struck out 2. This one a slow roller fielded by the third baseman Stokes over to first, and what a play by Madison Stokes on the run. That'll be out number 2, and Hennigan is dealing quickly here. Through just 19 pitches to get out of those 2 innings, and he's only thrown so far 9 here, and he's got 2 outs for Jake Mangum. Now Mangum, a 3-hit day, a home run, and 2 singles, scored all 3 times, and has 2 RBIs as well. But he'll take a called strike from Hennigan. Here's the 0-1. It's a slow roller again to Stokes, but this time it goes foul, 0-2. When the Fightins come up in the bottom of the 9th, they'll turn to Bonifacio, Stokes, and Steven, which is kind of exactly where they want to be in the lineup, considering Bonifacio and Steven have had 2 home runs today, and Stokes a double. And I think they're going to bring out Mitchell to take on the bottom of the 9th. They have to catch up with 7 runs. 8 if they want to walk it off. And Hennigan gets a swing and a miss out of Mangum. And he gets a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 9th. Coming in and getting the job done is Jonathan Hennigan. The Fightins down by 7 in the bottom of the 9th.
The special pregame every Monday at the Yingling Plaza opens before happy hour to 1 Rail Brewing distributor. Happy hours sick on. The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an art-filled game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Redding Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Well, Jorge Bonifacio is going to start us off in the bottom of the 9th. The Fightins down by 7 runs here. Now, we saw them put up a 7 spot in yesterday's game. It's clearly possible. And Jorge Bonifacio was the one that started it off yesterday with a solo shot. Now, he's already had a 2-run home run today. And he sends one high in the sky. It's going to stay in the field of play. Is it Cortez or Manga? And it's Manga out in left center field for out number 1. So the Fightins down to their final 2 outs now with Madison Stokes. He had a double today. Stokes settles into the righty batter's box. It's Mitchell on to pitch. He let up 2 hits, but stranded them in the bottom of the 8th. And Stokes swings on the first thing he sees, and it goes up the middle. A base hit for Madison Stokes with 1 out, and he has a 2-hit day under his belt. Here's Josh Steven. Also a 2-hit day. He had a single and a home run in the 7th. That went into the pool. And the lefty steps into the batter's box. He'll take a first pitch called strike. They're starting to clear the fans out of the left field deck for the fireworks. Going is Stokes. The throw from Meyer not in time, and Madison Stokes with a stolen base. That's his first of the season. And the pitch was a ball there to Josh Stevens, so it works out in everybody's favor. And he holds off downstairs. This one fouled back. Again, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. A runner on second for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 9th. There is an out, and they're down by 7 runs. An energetic crowd here on to support them. And they're all sticking around for the post-game fireworks, the Mega Blast show. Here's the offering to Steven. It's a called strike 3, and that'll be out number 2.
The first baseman, number 2, Luke Miller.
Here's Luke Miller now with 2 outs and a runner on second. Miller, 0 for 4 today. We'll get a 5th at-bat in this contest. Lots of at-bats on either side. Swing straight through. The Fightins 6 runs on 11 hits. They made 3 errors in the field. And the Ponies 13 runs on 14 hits. They made no errors today. So combined 19 runs and 25 hits. Pretty eventful day at the ballpark, I would say. And this one gets right into Luke Miller, and it hits him. So he'll walk to first on a hit by pitch, and there's 2 runners on and 2 outs for Logan Landon.
Logan Landon.
Landon stepping into the righty batter's box with 2 runners on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. He holds off on one upstairs. Fightins are down by 7. And he chops one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he chases it, foul once more. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Fightins down to their final strike tonight. Tonight's PSECU attendance is 6,008 here in the ballpark, thanks to PSECU, proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. 2 runners on here for Logan Landon. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And 1 ball and 2 strikes here. It's low. There's a base open here for Mitchell. And Jack Connolly up on deck. And it's a called strike 3 to Logan Landon. And he is just stiffed there at the plate. That'll do it here in this game. The Rumble Ponies take game 5, 13-6. That makes the series 3-2. If the Fightins win tomorrow, they win the series, and if they drop it, the series is tied. Come back for game number 6 tomorrow, a 5:15 start for a belated Happy Father's Day here at FirstEnergy Stadium. I'm Emily Lucina. Thank you for joining me today on the airwaves.